are situated on the side of this building because the artillery has been passing along here on the other side of it. And literally, they are standing where they are because it's safe. And if they step out, they have to worry about something hitting and exploding like that hole right there. That is the nature of this war. All right, I was in Ukraine at the end of June into July during the war, and tomorrow President Zelenskyy, I met him when I was there, he's leaving the front to make a grand appeal to our lawmakers here. It will be his first time leaving Ukraine since the war began with Russia exactly 300 days ago today. Senior White House officials report that President Biden is expected to announce $2 billion with a B dollars in security assistance, including a Patriot missile battery, which U.S. personnel will train Ukrainians on in a third country, and that process will, quote, take some time. There's been a lot of talk, oh, we're giving them Patriots. We haven't given them anything yet, and it'll take time before they can use them, and they're desperate for them. Right before making the trip, President Zelenskyy sat down with me for an exclusive interview and an appeal to you. How important are the U.S. Patriot missiles in defending against these attacks, and what do you understand about how soon they will get to you?
Thank you for the question. As you know, first of all, I would like to say thanks for the NASAMS air defense system from the United States. I also want to thank our partners, German partners, and French. The German IRIS-T defense systems, and thanks to the French Crotal system that we received recently. All of those systems are working pretty well. Of course, the Patriot system is the most effective. Those are the best ones. We talked to the President Biden. We're working through this issue. Everything is complicated. However, I know that both of our countries are working closely so that the Ukraine has a chance to have one of the most powerful and modern air defense systems.
What did this mean to you, to be the Time Magazine Person of the Year, and inside they say that you as the choice was the most clear-cut in memory?
This is great respect to the Ukrainian people. And it also tells us that we were seen, that Ukraine is being respected. It tells that we really wanted to be heard in the fight for the freedom. It tells us that Americans are supporting Ukraine, supporting our fight. And this magazine cover is not my face, but the face of the Ukrainian people. It's about the nation, about its strength, about ordinary people, civilians. This is the face of the Ukrainian people today. Civilians, armed forces, ordinary people, children, all of us, we're the people of Ukraine.
One thing I didn't like about the article, it makes it seem like the Ukraine war has already happened, as if it's in the past and not something that is very real now and that the greatest dangers remain ahead. What do you want people to know about how much is still at risk?
I will answer in English if I can. We want peace, and that's why we are fighting for our houses, our children, our families. That's it. So people have to understand. You can't say that the war is over. Because you know Russia, because you know the Kremlin and their president, he always wants to come back, come back, because it's his ambitious plan. I don't think that is healthy plan, yes? So, but anyway, so we have to be strong. We can't be strong without the world. We can't be strong without United States, especially society. Of course, President Biden, Congress, two parties, they support us, and thank you so much. But anyway, without Americans, just ordinary people, without their understanding what's going on in Ukraine, we will not win.
I understand, and I appreciate you communicating it in English. It will matter to the audience. And your English is very good, by the way. I don't know why you don't use it more. What is your biggest fear?
більший. Чим відрізняється
It's hard to
найбільше
say
від
right now.
найменшого?
It's hard to tell when there is war. You change your attitude to everything. In reality, things you were afraid of before, right now, no longer scary. There are different priorities right now. What is the bigger fear or less of a fear? Probably depends whether you have war going in your country. And today, my biggest fear is not to see my kids. Probably that's what it is. I think even during a peaceful time, it's the biggest fear for people, but they just don't think about it like that. But when there is war and you have strikes and explosions, you had tonight. I think every Ukrainian, I'm no exception, you have to wake up and stand up and make sure your kids are safe. I think this is the main priority, family. I think so. For me, as being a president, there are two sides to my life. One remains with my family, and the other half is connected with my job and today's professional position. And that is why there is fear of losing everything, what we've gained for our country. That's why not to lose this war for independence, so many people have given their lives. Then for what? For nothing? This is impossible, totally impossible. For me as a president, it sounds horrible. And I believe that we will win. The victory, the whole world, the entire world needs our victory. But it's also necessary for those parents that lost their children, for those women that have been waiting for their husbands and never saw them again, for those children that were saying goodbye when their dad was leaving for war and unfortunately never came back. This victory is for them. Very important.
What do you want for Hanukkah?
No, Hanukkah has the same meaning. For Ukrainians, it means victory, the victory of the light over darkness. And that is why I wish victory for Ukraine, for the light to win over darkness. That is the essence for our fight.
When you're dealing with all this loss of power, the Festival of Lights has even more meaning. I look forward to meeting you again in Kyiv. I absolutely want to return to the country and show the American people that the fight is still on and that Ukraine is fighting for what we value in America. I wish you good luck, Mr. President. I wish you and your family and the whole Ukrainian family good luck and safety. Thank you for taking this time. Happy Hanukkah. Best to you.
Thank you so much, and I wish you good luck. And again, thanks, Americans, for your support, and good luck. Good luck.
You know, I went to Ukraine. I didn't have a job. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do next. I had a friend who was making a film over there, and it was a great film. And I was so confused by what seemed to be like flagging interest. You know, everybody here was big. We had our blue and gold, blue and yellow flags out, Ukraine flags. And then it started to fade. And, you know, I spent so much of my life covering what was happening in Iraq and Afghanistan. I went to both of those places to cover the sacrifice, Pakistan, the sacrifice that American men, blood and treasure, for countries, societies that would never have anything like the democracy that we have here. And I don't even know if they want it. Ukraine wants it desperately. And it just makes me wonder what we're about and whether we're living our ideals. And I know you can't be the world's policeman, but we seem to pick and choose on the basis of what? Is it about principle? Is it about convenience? Is it about politics? Anyway, there's a lot more to this interview, a lot more context for those of you who care. And if you want to check it out, you go to my podcast, The Chris Cuomo Project. It's free.